We are streaming. What's going on Twitch? Let's just see if YouTube is going to do the same thing or not. It'd be really, really cool if YouTube did as well and everybody's streaming. I think we're streaming. We are streaming. This is the 8th demo drop from myself, Dave Columbo Jenkins, on One More Thing. It's mad to think that we've done 8 of them so far. This started off as a stream just to kind of test the water and see if we could do streaming from Sun and Bass and seeing how it all kind of worked and stuff like that. It's turned out to be one of the funnest things that I've done in the last couple of months, really, and there's a lovely community all building up around it. I don't know if any of you are locked in. I will see you pop up in the chat, I guess, sooner rather than later, but that doesn't matter because people can watch it in the future, and we are all time traveling, and we're going to time travel right into the future right now. We're going to time travel right into the future and listen to some brand new unreleased music. The rules are really, really simple. It has to be unreleased. It can't be signed by a label. It needs to be a demo, and or certainly unreleased and not signed by a label. I see you people who have been sending me stuff from labels. It ain't that type of show. I want to give feedback. I want to listen to all this cool stuff, and we're going to start with an artist called Soltra. So here we go. This track is called Hollow, and I will stick their details in the chat. Let's go. So that sounds a bit loud in my ears. I'm a bit loud in my ears. How's this gonna go? Let me tell you about Soltra. Let me share you his thing. A few of you on YouTube, what's going on? Hello, hello. Right, Soltra's from Birmingham. Brand new by the looks of things. Okay. Right. Off to a flying start with this. Go on. Right, let's see. Let's see if any of you are in the chat. Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. Loads of you in. So we're starting with Soltra. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. What's going on, Gooder? You're currently streaming and can't hear me. My volume is too low. And now, okay, Tom, is that the music volume or my personal volume? My speaking volume? Let me know. Ooh. Right, Soltra, this is sounding wicked. May I be your first SoundCloud follower? Really interesting there. Go on. I really, really, really like this. I like those harmonics. Wow. Cool. We're off to a flying start here. Let me move this so I can see the chat. I'm a bit concerned. Both volumes are too low. That's interesting. Maybe you turn your volume up or something like that. I don't know. I can turn it up a little bit. What's that do? There we go. No, that's just my volume. No, that's not going to help at all. Now I've got the SoundCloud volume up there. I can't turn the volume any further up. Maybe that there. A little bit. We'll get there, we'll get there. Okay, Soltra, liking this. Oh, tiny bit froggy on the second drop there, liking that. I do need to turn that down in my ear. Yeah. Right, so what's going on, Ivy? What's going on, Deerhill? I have remembered your stuff this time. Music could be louder. My volume is good. Right, okay, cool. There we go. How about that? Is that better? All the volumes. I think he does. Let's see what else we can find out about Soltra. Let's find his email a minute. Soltra, right, real name Nathan. Oh, that bit. Yeah. Deerhill's got a semi. Right, so Soltra is a new project of mine. What's going on, Rolling Resistance? Yeah, lots went into this track. I am agreeing with you there, Mr. Ivy. Definitely. I really like those harmonic bits. It kind of reminds me of electro-y kind of sound. And then a lot of stuff that came from it, like Feed Me and stuff like that, and Deadmau5 actually, like around the late 2000s. Really, really interesting. I'm definitely feeling that. Right, he's 24, lives in a small village near Birmingham. Been producing for 12 years. Wow, you've been producing since you were 12. Go on, sick. D&B for the last few years. Haven't released any music, so I always doubted my abilities and was struggling to find my identity. Wow, hold on a minute. Let me turn off. This is not part of the thing. That sounds like a bootleg. That's not for us to comment on or listen to right about now. Right, yo, Nathan, you should really not doubt your abilities there. And there's a lot of people backing me up in the chat as well. That's really, 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 really nice music there. Please do keep in touch. I'm not too sure if you're in the chat or anything, but you'll be watching this in the future. So yeah, what a wicked way to start the show. And I'll go on. Right, cool. It's exactly the next track. So here we go. You're in the chat already, I know. Mr. Deerhill. I went for Gateway Process. Was it? Yeah, Gateway Process on this one. So I'm just waiting for the screen to bring it up. Now, obviously, I did. It was a little bit of a letdown last demo drop. And your tunes just came in a little bit too late and I'd finished my tea and stuff like that. So yeah, I put it right at the top of this show. So here we go. Oh, it's a Google Drive, so it takes ages. Like, oh yeah, you press play. What's that, Sonny? Did you press play? There we go. Let me bring up your email as well, because I know there's always context surrounding a tune. There has to be context. And I like it when people send through explanations. Little stories about how things come about, how it was influenced. This true meaning of art, in a way, like. Expression, isn't it? Right, Deerhill. Do you know, I'm getting Trent Moller vibes there. And I don't throw the Trent Moller word round lightly. Did the volume just go up for everybody there when I did my volume? I'm liking this. I'm really liking the sound of this. Where's it going to go? Ooh. We're in some real emotional territory here, aren't we? Like, whoa. Yeah, okay. Definitely haunting vibes for sure. Wow. Let's make this chat box. Let's make this a bit bigger. Hey, what's going on, drumads? I think I've seen Sonnet in the chat as well. Yeah, Rolling Resistance, Sonnet, Metabolism. What's going on? Oh, Metabolatism. Liking this. I do like it when the 4/4s kick in. Oh, Ivy, you sent me a late naughty entry. Good job, it's Christmas. Let me add it to the list. Have you literally just sent it over now? Yeah, by the looks of things. Do you know, this has got like elements of Stefan Bodzin and stuff like that. That kind of German trance. Yeah. Wow. And elements of Former as well. Lee Banner. Yeah. This is really nice stuff. I'm just quickly adding Ivy's track to the spreadsheet there, so we don't miss that. Yeah, this has got trance elements. Oh, right, cool. I'm good at pointing out inspiration. So these are all in the mix. Other stuff, I mentioned James Holden and Border Community to a friend the other day. Link the tune. You want a link to this tune? Oh, well, no, we all need a link to Deerhill, don't we? Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is why I need Gooder, really. Damn you, Gooder, waking up late and doing your streams and everything. Here we go, John Deerhill. So that's where you'll find him. That's Deerhill, and that's... Don't even want to talk over the outro. You have to pardon my potty mouth, but that's fucking beautiful. Like, wow. So you're the second half of Third Colony with the Clamps. Do you know what? When I was searching for your SoundCloud, the Clamps came up as well in the mix, and I wondered why. Right, wow. Okay, I'm going to have a separate conversation with you. Poor, 2 tunes and absolutely stunning there. Like the quality is ridiculously high. This is amazing. Right, okay, so now we're on to, right, we've got a choice. We've got Cold Block or Parallel. Whoever comes up first with which choice you want. What's going on? Single action. Yep, your track is coming up very soon. We've got Cold Block or Parallel. Tell me which one you want, gang. Cold Block or Parallel. I'm not going to move forward until someone comes forward with a decision. Or maybe I will because I'm far too impatient. I like the sound of Cold Block. So here we go. This is Kvne, I believe his name is. K-U-N-E. But the U is a V. Cold Block. Thank you, Single Action. What have we got here? So this is Kvne. And I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm almost 99% sure that we played some of his on Vision Radio. There, going down his SoundCloud. We did. Season 2. A while ago then. Liking the sound of this. Let me send you over the SoundCloud link here. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear on this. Booming. Sorrowful bass sounds. Brilliant. I hope he's come in with a fuck off. Yeah. This is several layers of bass having a conversation right here, isn't it? Brilliant. Now, I'm always really interested now, what are we going to have? Are we going to have a kind of cut and paste of the first bit for the second? Or are we going to have something interesting on the second drop? Just looking at the waveform, it does kind of look a bit similar. So I think there is going to be a bit of variation. I do like this. I do feel it sounds quite similar to a lot of other stuff in that field, but that's the sound you're going for. That's the sound you're going for there. I'd be interested to know about the kind of process, how you're making your bass sounds. Everything is sounding incredibly crisp though. It's all coming through really, really nicely. This is the deal breaker. How's this gonna go? There's not quite enough variation there for me for this to be 4 minutes 30. Generally, I'm not one of the short tracks advocates or anything like that. I want to know what that vocal sample's saying as well. I know that I would be on the dance floor pulling off gun fingers and I'd be loving this. I know if I was DJing this, I'd have this coming in under another track or something like that. I think as a listener in this circumstance, my patience, not my patience, I'm impatient with this. It is patience though, isn't it? My lack of attention has kind of gone off. This is very much a tracky track in that kind of way. But that's exactly what you've done that for. This is dance floor music. This is mixing music. I would like a little bit more variation on that second drop. And I'd say almost like it sounds like quite a lot of different people around at the moment. And I'd want to hear a little bit more kind of character. Sometimes when I'm giving this type of kind of feedback, I've got the voices of my radio partners in my head kind of saying like, this doesn't do anything new. This doesn't, not to compare any tracks, but the last track I didn't even want to talk over the outro. There, I've stopped it kind of 30 seconds before it stops because we know what it's going to do. We know what it's going to say. What it's saying is great and it's really, really well produced, so I think that's great. But yeah, I think when I see you come up on my feed again, Kvne, I want to hear even more kind of character and funk and stuff like that. So now we've got a variety. We've got an artist called Whoosh, which is a lovely sounding name, and I'll tell you all about them in a minute. Did I give you Kvne's thing? I did. Right, okay. Oh man, we've got like 10 different tracks. I'm gonna go. Who are we gonna go with here? Frequency 88, because 88 is a good number for me, mainly because of Back to the Future, of course. So this is Whoosh. I'm going to send you over his sound. Oh, hello. Okay, was just expecting drum and bass then. Right, now this is 6 minutes 45 seconds. So I very much thought we're going to go through all of this. It depends though. If you keep us occupied, I'm liking the sound of this. You only get a whoosh with a what's it. Brilliant. Ooh, we're getting ravey. Right, so frequency 88. Guess the clue's in the title there. Oh no. I was about to share the whole thing for the track through there. I just want this whoosh thing. Okay, no problem. Single action. You're coming up in about how many tunes time? In about 8 tunes time. We've got 18 tunes today, no? Oi, oi. I would definitely play a tune like this. Fuck. Little bit camp. Very, very bumping. Raving. It's kind of got that energy from like trade and tidy tracks and stuff like that. This is bumping, yeah. I'd have to have a listen to more of these dubs like later. Right, so Whoosh, he's from Northern England. I was going to say the Northern England. Yeah. Kind of reminiscent of Samurai Breaks and that type of thing. Supersonic booty bangers. Yeah, very, very funky. You're absolutely right, man. Cool. Yeah, he sent me a whole load of stuff. So, right, so Whoosh is from the Northern England. Let me find... Let me find him. Whoosh. Joe is his name. And he does do D&B as well. He gave me a choice. I remember now. I was putting all these in the spreadsheet about 2:30 this morning, late last night. I think for a bit of variation, because we play a lot of drum and bass. If anybody gives me the option to play something different, I'm going to. Is it not just about drum and bass, although we do fucking love drum and bass. Yeah, so this is Joe. There's nothing really much there on his email. There's a lot more various genres. So yeah, This is, he listens to Vision Radio every now and again. That's all I can get from his email there. But yeah, Whoosh, that's Whoosh with 2 zeros. Very much feeling this. What we're going to do on the break here, though. Let's see. That's very time stretched. That's almost 2 time stretched, because normally you can just about work out what's being said. I had no fucking clue what was being said then. I think this breakdown, I mean, if I was DJing, I'd have a drum beat going over. Yeah, no build up, just back into the pumps. Welcome to the pump house, population U. It is shit like this. I gotta download this. Yeah, Carl's thinking, can I download this? I gotta download this. Need a gig to play it at, but man can have a mix. Yeah. This is excellent. I'm gonna get the next tune lined up. Whoosh, this is great. Hopefully you'll be watching this in the future. What do we have next? So we've got Rolling Resistance next, so I'm just going to cue that up while this kind of plays out a little bit. What's he saying there? Lid? Lids are really, really important, you know, like a lid on this water bottle or anything. If it didn't have that on there, it'd be spilling around everywhere. So it's about time someone made a rave banger about lids. Well, he's from the north of England. Maybe he's saying Leeds. This is brilliant. I think what we'll do, I'm going to make a note for this. Demo drop 9, which will happen sometime in mid-January, I reckon. Demo drop 9. We're going to put Remember Whoosh, because this was really helpful. I did this on the last show. And it meant that I did remember a lot of things that I either couldn't play or people who'd sent over a couple of tracks and stuff like that. So Remember Whoosh. Probably by then, though, I reckon I would have listened to a few more of them, because this is all supposed to be about my reaction to it as well. But then what's the point? Like there's 10 tracks there which are probably going to be of a similar quality there and well worth checking out and responding to. So thank you very much, Joe. The only thing stopping me from getting back to you immediately is this whole thing called Christmas. So where are we now? Right, Rolling Resistance. I saw you in the chat earlier on, so here we go. Gavin, what will I do? I don't know if this is, but is it the sample that goes, what will I do and tell me I love you? Let's see if that's why it's called that. Have you used that sample? If you haven't, then that last 10 seconds is going to make no sense, and it's just me embarrassing myself with like nonsensical singing. Let's go. Got big up Rolling Resistance, a Patreon supporter. It's not that sample. Oh no. I bet we'll work on it though. What would I do? Please tell me it's not a splice sample though. Kind of showed my ignorance about splice samples, or about your Ivy Lab really, on Vision Radio today. Cussed one man for using a splice sample, but bigged up Ivy Lab for using it. It's not splice, thank you. Turn it up a little bit, yeah? There we go. Lovely. This kind of brings like comics to mind. I love those kind of dubby washes, like work on many genres. I was going to say every genre. Be a little bit out of place on I don't know, some type of cheesy pop song. Just those dubby chords. Ooh. Note to self, stop talking. These headphones are telling me everything. That sub is purring. This is something I want to hear nice and loud for a big fat stack. Yeah. I want to big up everybody who's locked in. It's really nice. The very first time I just press stream and it works straight away, which is really cool. And there's a bunch of you on YouTube and a bunch of you on Twitch and a bunch of you in the chat, so this is wicked. Not all demo drops start off so smoothly. There's normally 20 minutes or half hour of cussing. Yeah, this is great progression. Great progression. Is there anything else that we need in this kind of mix? Do you need a few other elements? If there are, they're going to come in now. Yeah, so you've got a tiny little, an extra little shaker in there now. And that's kind of all it takes really when you're rolling on this type of deep level. It's just that kind of extra bit of momentum or something. I think this would really, really fit a vocal. Someone like Sydney Bryce. Yeah, but it's bare bones, so you could just keep on listening to, like, you know when you've got something, when you've got a good loop. Or no, actually, tell you what, quite a lot of interviews that people have said when we've talked about the creative process, where they said like having a loop doesn't necessarily mean that you've got a full track. But I do think like when you can just listen to a rolling loop, it's got potential, it's got real pull to it. Huge dub vibes. I think here, like, on a vocal, like maybe someone like kind of. So I'm leaning a lot towards like Diligent Fingers or something like that. We'll do some really nice vocal on that, or Freddie B. But what I can really, really hear is that sub just going. It's just 3 notes, I think. Which really, like, this will sound fucking huge in a really nice club system. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the mids are almost kind of spared, like, for these little kind of reflective kind of blasts. Made for clubs, made for mixing, and I would say made for an MC or a vocalist to really kind of do their thing there. Rolling Resistance. Smash it each and every time. I think that's the 3rd track of yours we've had on this show so far. So now we're going to go on to someone called Shift. They have been on the show before. It's the 2nd time. Really nice stuff there, man. I have put your SoundCloud in the chat, I think, but just in case I haven't, because I can't see it in front of me. There we go. You get the stems. Hold on, and don't forget, we'll get those stems by Dave for Christmas finally. Stems? I'm not giving out any stems for Christmas, am I? You've confused me there. I'm sitting by a pile of boxes from various online stockers where I need to look at all of the Christmas presents I've got for people, because I'm pretty sure I haven't got everything yet, and we're almost getting too late. So no stems from old Santa Columbo. Yeah. Here we are. This is Shift. Let me put this thing in. Producer from the UK, I think. Let me see. Shift. When did we play him before? We played a track called Oh Yeah before. Oh, literally the last show. My memory's so bad. Right, let me share this SoundCloud.
Psychosis.
Yeah. This is definitely the sound of Psychosis. This is that kind of nagging wah 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 type of negative voice in your head. It's a bit rough around the edges, and I don't know if this bass line by the end of the track is going to annoy me. It's like, as a music journalist, if Toothache was a tune, I mean, he's called it Psychosis, like. Right, okay, we've got a mutation now. I think there's a little bit more work in terms of, this is still at demo stage, in terms of like the clarity. Just compared to what we've heard so far. Like, you know, I haven't touched the headphones, the volume or anything like that. It's just sounding a bit lower. But there is that kind of a little bit Bad Company-ish almost, like that late 90s Trace, Decipher kind of, or maybe like the US take on that sound, like Hive and people like that. But it is like this, I referred to something as spiteful. I got to shout out my man Murney Werns for giving me that description. It's definitely spiteful. Kind of sounds like people from my ends in Cardiff, like there's a really strong Cardiff accent, like wah, 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 wah. No, that needs way more impact there. I think, are we on the build up here? I'm not looking at the waveform or anything. Right, we're in the breakdown at the moment here. It's better hurt. There is another element right in the background there as well. This has got something. This is stirring emotions. But I think it needs more. There's definitely something to it. And it's nasty. Yeah, more little twists like that. Yeah. Yeah. This bit I really like. Yes. Yeah. I think you're right. Ivy. Like, needs an amen somewhere to kick us in the face every now and definitely. We need more kind of throttle on it. We need more bang. Like, that's definitely what I'd be mixing in. I'd be reaching for like a kind of Benny L tune or something like that to mix with it if I had this on. Yeah. This bit is definitely the tune. Definitely. Yeah, nice. So now we are on something from Solsan. This looks like quite an interesting waveform, actually. I think there's going to be a nice big long intro here. Solsan, now I know we have spoken on quite a few occasions and going back a little while as well, back when I was working at UKF. I'm almost entirely convinced. Yeah. So let me put his SoundCloud here. He's done a Chasing Status bootleg. This is not a Chasing Status bootleg. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Just going back to shift, like, great track in here just to make sure that you're catching this feedback here. There's a community, you guys know much better than me as producers yourselves. But Damage Man is saying a little bit of FX here and there. And I think, yeah, those little kind of twists. Whoa, okay. Kind of just sunk into that then, didn't we? Okay. There's some really nice kind of stereo padding there a little bit. Yeah, it is the night of the growling bass. I wonder if it's seasonal, because we're catching shit fresh here, like, so people are sending over fresh ideas and like, oh, here's something I've just finished last night, I thought I'd send it over. And I wonder if we do this for long enough, and I wonder if this is the case with all demo drop shows, because loads of other people do them as well, of like, you know, are we catching, you know, coming up to winter solstice and stuff like that, like really long nights? Is this the sound of long nights? Is this the sound of the breakdown? This is really stripped back. I think this needs a vocal. You can imagine, like, it'd be nice to have someone like Fox widdly widdly woying over this bit. It's called Herbz, by the way. Hope everybody's got their marjoram in and their oregano in for Christmas. You need that for your nut roast or your turkey or your whatever you want to cook. Gotta get your Christmas herbs in. So simple, really, really well executed. Again, this is the type of shit, this is real drum and bass music that people make for clubs and big rigs. You know, I could just imagine being in some type of tunnely or yeah, all I've got in my head is a tunnel. Subway is the word I was looking for. Some type of concrete urban area is what I'm trying to describe here. Yeah, man, definitely. See your pint wobbling on the table and just come in to catch it right at the end. Yeah, there's real clarity in that. Well executed and just 3 minutes long as well, like pop. I think it needs a vocal. Right at the end there. I find it interesting when a track does that. It's like, why wasn't, maybe there was like an echo of that sample. Maybe the sample started the track, but then ended up becoming less and less part of the focus until eventually it's just a little kind of punchline at the end, which only really Solsan knows. Who knows? That was really good though. Very well executed piece of minimalism there. And Solsan, I for some reason I'm not following you, so I am right now. Here we go. So now we're on to Fallen State. We have played something from Fallen State before. I recognize the name. This track is called Gangsta. Oh, 2 years old, right? Okay, well, the last time we had a track called Gangsta was Apom's tune, and I played it. It was on the first ever stream, and I played it as Sun and Bass. And then we've released it. It's absolutely flying out as a free download now, actually. Like, really, really flying out. Flying out by One More Thing proportion, which has had over 1,000 plays. That's a lot. Right, Gangsta, Fallen State. Here we go. What are you going to say to us? So Fallen State is called Joe as well. He's from Peterborough. There we are. Right. Ooh, there's tension. It's mad when you see a date like 2 years ago on SoundCloud and all of this music that's just lurking there in demo phase. Okay, we've definitely got a pattern of growling basses tonight. This is interesting. I think more production is necessary. The bass is a little bit muddy. Or there's something just slightly missing out of there and I wouldn't have a clue what that is. In general, the mix is a little bit kind of clustered and muddy. It purrs, doesn't it? So, where's Fallen State from? I've already told you. And in fact, I've shared this thing already. Snare. Yeah. It sounds quite dull. But there's so much like when people talk about snares that I don't think I can hear in snares. But I think all of the drums need a little bit like that kind of breakbeaty fill there as well. Kind of needs a bit more. Yeah. So where are we now? We've got Fallen State. I just want to see if there's anything about the track that I need to let you know. Needs more welly behind the drums. Yeah. The vibes are spot on, really well executed. A bit of tension, like, isn't it? But yeah, I think we need much more oomph and slap, really, behind all of the elements. Yeah. There's definitely something to it though, isn't it? You know, if you heard that kind of coming out of a big rig and it was well executed. Yeah. So Ivy's saying the bass is excellent, it's got movement and variety. Yeah, it's got a real, it feels like it's breathing, like. So Fallen State. Joe. Right, okay. So he's usually known for Liquid. I like to see an all-rounder, really. I think sticking with one particular sound within just drum and bass is limiting, but they do say limitations kind of do create creativity or inspire creativity and what have you. This is really nice, really nice. So let me bring up the next track now. Right, okay, so you got choices again now, gang. We've got Swamp Dog or Double Tap 8. Swamp Dog or Double Tap 8 for the next track. So let me know. Whoever comes back with the title, that's what we go for. Swamp Dog. It's got to be, isn't it, man? It's got an animal in it and a swamp. So here we go. So Swamp Dog now. This is by somebody called Skullivan. That's a great name, Skullivan. I'm liking the sound of this so far. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Grizzly. Hey, go on. What's happening, Hash? Yeah. This is nice. I really like it when there's vocalized percussive elements. Or variation as well, straight in. Lots going on. Oh, yeah. Really enjoying this. I like those humanized elements, like literally just chatting to Tina Tokyo, and they got mad sounds. May or may not be coming out on One More Thing relatively soon, but those kind of vocal shots. Yeah. This is gruesome. Slimy. Wow. Skullivan, giving you a follow, mate. Have I put his thing on? Yeah, I have put his SoundCloud link on there. Skullivan, right, he's from Perth, Australia. Nick Sullivan. Skullivan. Brilliant. Yeah. Is this? Yeah, of course it's downloadable. It's a Dropbox thing. I'm having this. And I think we'll listen to the other demo on the next show as well. So I'll put on Demo Drop 9. Remember, Skullivan. So much variation, but it's all kind of kept within a character, kept within a theme, so it's not kind of going off in too many directions. I'd say my only thing that I'd like to hear a little bit more is those vocal bits. I'd like to hear it stripped back a little bit with just those vocal bits. Like, they could probably be utilised quite nicely on the breakdown. But yeah, this is ready to go. This is ready to play. Yeah. It's grubby, but in a really good way. Awesome. Thank you, Skullivan. Right, Heathen, who we played him on something before as well. And actually, like rolling Resistance, like Gavin, he actually, when I sent out the link to the Dropbox and the link to the YouTube, just gave me a call. Yeah, the vocal bits are real standout. They're a thing that I really enjoy in a lot of tracks, like, is when you've got human, and stuff like that on kind of rhythmic shots. Maybe it's because I'm a human as well, so I relate to those sounds more than frogs, I think. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, right, what was I saying? Heathen, yes. So this is somebody who he was, last time we played him, he literally called me up the next day, which is random, because generally I don't answer my phone to numbers I don't recognise. But it's happened twice with this now, which is really cool. I think it's a sign of a community and a sign that people feel it's worthwhile to actually pick up a phone and call. So it's always big up on that. Whether I answer or not, I don't know. Gonna stop babbling, gonna press play. So this is called Running Homes. Now, I found out a little bit about Heathen last time, because we were like, this really sounds like it's kind of out of the early 2000s kind of sound, and that was a time when he was making a lot of drum and bass and was really active in drum and bass as well, really active with labels and stuff like that. So he's come back into it by way of having a family and running a massive company. Oh, okay. For some reason wasn't expecting horns to come in, man. Rudimental energy here, isn't it? I think the drums need more clarity. So where are these horns from? I want to know, is this a sample? This is like the point of an end of a film, or towards the end of the film, where the chips have been down for a long time. There's glimmers of light, giving you hope. Will our protagonist survive? Primal Scream. Yeah. It does sound like that, doesn't it? Screamadelica. Yeah. Okay, this is a feel-good tune. The production-wise needs a lot of work on all of the drums and stuff. But this, the melody, the musical arrangement here. If you're not kind of smirking, or maybe giving your mate a fist bump, or getting your mate and going like that on his head if he's a bit smaller than you or she's a bit smaller than you, and then them lamping you back. Maybe I'm just describing me and my friend group. This is the type of tune I'd run over to my mate Dan under normal circumstances, because he ain't very well, and push him over to. And then he'd do the same to me. Okay, so we got those vocals in as well. Wow. This is straight there. This is like drum and bass from a film. Like, I kind of want to say, like, almost like a kind of a rom-com-y kind of, I don't know, like some type of London saga. People are overcoming things. Hey, what's going on, Replete? We haven't played your tune yet. So you're not late. You're not late for your tune. You are late to the party, though. Fashionably. So are these, like, producers in the chat, correct me, I mean, would this all be created on Contact or something like that, where you've got like a whole kind of orchestra that you could pick from, and choirs? I doubt Heathen has got in like an orchestra or a choir in or anything. This would be loads better, but not as D&B tunes. Slow it down and let it breathe. Yeah, put it on the half beat. Maybe on then the second drop. Yes, hey, Hash, you said that as I said that. Leave the D&B for the second drop. I mean, this needs some big vocals. Like, if you got something like this, then like Paloma Faith or what's her name, Becky Hill or someone like that. Like, yeah, Becky Hill belting it out over this. Yeah. Now that idea has been proposed of this not being drum and bass. That's kind of I don't think there is very much sub going on there either. I think that's really nice. I think that's just a wicked musical idea. It might be quite similar to other stuff that's kind of already been put out there, maybe. All the production levels would need to be raised for it to be a commercial release. No, there's not much of a mix down or anything replete. So just you know, like Heathen he's a hobbyist producer and just loves drum and bass and used to make it a long time ago and made it on a really high level. And it's kind of coming back into it now. Now we're just stripping back. Like, I want to kind of stop it and crack on with a new one. I'm going to line up because I don't think it's doing anything new, but I do like those vocals. There we go. In the interest of making sure that everybody's tune is played, because 7 minutes 7 seconds is a very long time. 7 minutes 5 seconds, nice tidy edit. 7 minutes 7 seconds, ridiculous, taking a piss. No, that is lovely. Yeah, I think we've said everything we need to there. I think all of the drums need a complete rework, and yeah, like somebody said, I think it was Ivy said, yeah, better. I think that would work really nicely as just like anthemic. That'd be a festival kind of track, and then do the drum and bass bit at the end and a big old singer on the top of that. Right, so okay, we've got Double Screen here, who is also known as Sharpson. He is known to me. We played a tune of his a little while ago. Now we're going to play another one. This is a brand new alias for him. Normally he makes electro and breaks. He makes loads of different styles. This is drum and bass, and this track is called What You Like. Here we go. It's very nice to meet you, Sharpson. Yeah, I mean, Replete's got a really good point there. Sounds good on the laptop, and when things sound good on the laptop, that's what a lot of people are listening to music on. Okay. Kind of going into John B territory here, aren't we? God, I love that energy. Yeah, I don't like this vocal. Sorry. Hey, I'm all about your vibe, and I want that shit for life. It's all I'll ever need, for real, for real. If you come on over, just show me what you like. If you come on over, I'm really not into this vocal at all. If you come on over, I like the groove. It's very John B, as I just said. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Donald, if you check this out, I reckon this is a splice vocal. But I'd really, really like to hear an instrumental of this. Quite possibly, so Replete is saying there sounds like there's some key issues between the vocal and the rest of the track. Yeah. Take the key off the vocalist and don't let them back in the studio. Yeah. I really, really want to hear this without the vocal. Donald, I really, really, really like you and your productions and everything that you do. And I don't want my personal taste to sully this this experience. It's quite dimensiony, it's quite kind of sub-focusy. It fits in with that kind of world of drum and bass. I'm going to stop that there because we're on good vibes and that vocal is not a good vibe, and I think there is a little bit of a key issue there. I think the production on that sounds decent. I want to hear I want to hear an instrumental. I'm getting sidetracked here by Replete. I quite like the vocals and the synth melody. I love the synth melody. I just thought the vocals were like just cliched. They drowned out a lot of the track. I wanted to hear more of the track. But then even then, as the track kind of progressed, I'm thinking, is this Sharpson? I know it's a new alias and it's a new project and you're coming from a different place on this with double screen. But yeah, it doesn't, yeah. Normally I'm really, really positive and stuff like that. I always try and find some critique, but that was that. I wasn't quite into that. That one wasn't for me there at all. I'm squirming with awkwardness because there's a live audience here and Donald is really cool. And I have to be completely honest, it's why I'm doing the demo drop thing here. But yeah, I think that sound and that kind of technique and that finish and that overall energy is being smashed by some absolutely huge artists. And I think to try that sound now, I think you're going to have a very challenging time. Because that side of drum and bass is very dominant and it's very locked off with some incredibly well supported and talented artists who excel in that sound. I would focus more on more unique sounds and stuff. Yeah, okay, so Hash is making me feel better there. Don't feel bad. Honest feedback is the only type that'll help us grow. This is really, really true, isn't it? And otherwise I'm just sitting here like, yeah, and then in my head I'm thinking like, my whole life is a lie. And that would be a horrible feeling to have. So yeah, Donald, I'm looking forward to working with you in February because we're going to be doing another masterclass together in London. But hopefully we'll carry on this conversation in real life. Now here is somebody else who is also on the last one. Oki, I think. Is it Oki or okay? Oh, I can never remember. My pronunciation is just awful. Pain this is. And I believe this might be house or non-drum and bass. Let's find out. I'll turn that back up a little bit. Another massive vocal comes in. Do you remember the time we were friends and we were cheesy? Sorry, Oki, I'm talking over your tune. Oh no. What tempo is this? Liking this. This sounds like it's got potential. Okay, this is D&B. Maybe the last track wasn't D&B that he did. Oh. Okay, we're back in the sci-fi zone. This is sounding very spacious, very crispy. It's really interesting seeing the reaction on certain tracks, just a whole load of kind of comments like tidy, oof, yeah. Very spacious, very creepy, very growly. Do you know what it's reminding me of? Flex Out a couple of years ago. Amos and Archaic and stuff like that. Maybe that kind of DLR-y kind of sound again, but going back, not where he's at the moment. Real ice cold. Okay, nice bit of variation on that second drop as well. Again, like for some reason, my brain is craving an MC on top of this. Jakes would absolutely slap this, wouldn't he? I think this is label ready. And Jakes just seems to find the spaces to stalk between the beats and make his own riff over it. And he's got enough space for that without detracting from the music. Yeah, I'd play this, I'm going to download this. Like, definitely in a longer set. I thought I was going deeper. Don't play masses and masses of drum and bass, and when I do get up to drum and bass, I twat it out in my own way. But if I was doing a warm-up, or if I was trying to pare it back, but I'm loving this outro as well. Yeah, Oki. I did play something by Oki last time, but I swear it was House. Yeah, Charity was the track. Anyway, yeah, really feeling that. That was wicked. Where are we next? Have I already brought it up? No, I haven't. I'm nowhere near as organised as I thought I would. Single Action. Right, here we go. Coins in the Well. Really impressed by your stuff last time, Mr. Single Action. And we chatted a little bit on email afterwards. Coins in the Well. Here we go. We're sending our hope to a boy down a well. Big up all Simpsons heads who might get the reference there. And I think Single Action had asked Current Value for some mastering or a mix down on it. You'd have to correct me if I'm wrong. There was a little bit, because I think we'd said about a Current Value kind of influence.
This one. This one right here.
This one.
This was my dream. My wish. Didn't come true.
Where's this sample from? I like this.
Take it all back.
Take it back. Do it. Wow, we've not done one of these in the show yet. We kind of need to. If this was Vision Radio, I'd be going Yama right about now. There we go again. Oh, there's some really nice panning with the percussion as well on these headphones. Yeah, this does hurt. Wow. 2 shows in a row, and yeah, you've really stood out here. The last track was called Peanut Butter. I do remember tracks with titles of food or animals. Yeah.
This one. This one right here. This is my dream. My wish.
What I would quite like,
I'm taking it back.
is for that vocal to be a bit more central and for the music to strip back a bit. This is great. This is finished. This is just waiting for the right label to pick it up. Wow, it's got 5 tracks left. Yeah, I'd like to hear that vocal a bit more central, a bit more clear. I think there's a lot of kind of situations with tracks where the vocal sample, and we've had a few examples of them, I've even said like I want to hear more. I want to hear what that sample is saying. And I think they're like, it's almost cutting through like the diner scene in Pulp Fiction in a way like that. And it's quite empowering, it's quite urgent, it's asking for something like, put that. Don't just have a vocal sample as a texture. If a vocal sample is saying something and you want to say that thing on your track, it's clearer now. Ooh, processed it a bit more.
Didn't come true. So I'm taking it back.
Yeah, you're really kind of processing it now. Yeah. So I can see on the waveform here, I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit here. I can see on the waveform here that this second drop is very, very, very similar to what we've already, the experience we've already had, if not identical. What I think would be really nice are just like an extra layer of kind of like chords over the top. Something almost quite mournful, something like really kind of emotional and sad boy over the top of this industrial fucking sludge. Like, I think I've already embarrassed myself a whole load of times, so why stop and just carry on? But like, if you had, so if we went back, like, so if we went in, so it's just going into second drop again, like. So if you had like chords like bum, bum, boom, boom, like the ones that is following the bass notes basically, but something really kind of emotional and poignant or something, or how to say in a touch of the higher frequency, like a couple of screechy bits. I think it definitely needs something else, but that's really, really good. I mean, that's two tunes now that I've heard. Yeah, so really, really, really interested in everything else that you're doing there. I'm going to be paying quite a bit of attention. Single Action is from the US. I don't think I've put his SoundCloud up, so let me just do that. Actually, I'll do that while we're listening to. So this is direct. We were supposed to listen to this last time, and then he ended up on the email where I sent out the YouTube link and stuff saying, yo, your tune's been played, and he got back saying, couldn't find my tune. Sorry, dude. Here we go. So we're going to play this, and what's it called? It's called Power. There we are, right. And let me turn that back up now. And I will give you Single Action's SoundCloud there. I'm definitely following this cat. Go.
You have the power to change our fate.
Wow. This, yeah, big up direct. Literally sounds like a robotic, a rusty robotic dog being strangled, and now it's being kicked in the belly. Like, animal cruelty is not good, whether they're robotic animals or not. Like, I think that was probably a little bit too Alan Partridge then. This is fucking disgusting.
You have the power to change our fate.
Is there almost too much going on? Do those drums need switching for something a little more like sharper and clinical? Because these rattle, there's quite a lot of looseness in the percussion, and that's having an effect with all of these mad bass noises. In terms of the impact, like, fuck a duck. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, like we were chatting as he popped up on my Facebook, and I think I listened to this through laptop speakers. I have listened to this, I think. I don't think I listened to it through these because it sounded wicked. This is... I can't find the SoundCloud. So there's this Instagram.
Change our fate.
Hey! Oi, oi! Fuck! This is badass. Do you know what? Looking at the sine wave, I thought this second drop was going to be identical to the first one, but it wasn't. Wait.
You have the power to change our fate.
Hash is getting hot under the collar. I'm even, the drums are kind of settled on me a little bit in this second drop. Yeah, Fergus, I hope you check this. I hope you see the stream. I hope you see all of the comments and stuff like that. This is definitely one of the highlights of the show. I mean, so many tunes are like the level. The quality level is really, really high this episode. I mean, it has been every single episode. But I think I'm going to take it as a compliment that the quality level is so high that people want to send me this type of stuff for us to listen to. There we go, we just got the drums on the outro there. And I will take this time to queue up the next one. There's quite a few of you now. In fact, 3 more tunes left to go. 4 more tunes left to go. And all of you are in the chat. I don't purposefully.
You have the power to change our fate.
You all do. You all have the power to change our fate, so make sure you fucking well do. I don't purposefully play the chat regulars tunes at the end of every show to keep you hanging, but it's clear that you are really into the show and you're contributing and stuff like that, so you're more likely to, and you're into all of the other submissions. So I do tend to play the regulars afterwards, so then I can give new people a bit of a fresh go as well, and wait for some of you to kind of turn up and I'll be like, I've still got your tune to play. So that's why I do play your tunes towards the end. And yeah, we've got, basically it's like we're wrapping up the last demo drop of the year with some of the most regular people on the show. So who have we got now? We've got Replete, then Damage Man, then Sonnet, and then IV. Like, what a fucking lineup. Let's go. This is Replete, Heads, Shoulders, Knees, and Dubs. Fuck, you're loud. I forgot how loud you are. You've been whispering sweet nothings to the shoe lady again. This is straight in. It has really been a lovely session, hasn't it? Yeah, man. I've really, really enjoyed this one. Glitch free as well. I think there's a lot of distortion there. We know this is going to make me sing, don't we?
Head, shoulders, knees, shut up.
Fuck off. Head, shoulders, knees, fuck off. I mean, when it comes to nursery rhymes, my favourite drum and bass story is one of the first songs that Ken ever made back in the early jungle days was a version of 10 Green Bottles, And it made Jumping Jack Frost so angry, he tried to throw a fire extinguisher at him. I'm going to have to find that interview. Head, shoulders, knees, fuck off. Yeah. Literally lorry loads of character. This is nuts.
Head, shoulders, knees, shut up. Head.
I think everything needs to be turned down a little bit because it's all distorting a bit. Me. Yeah, sorry. I added the fuck off. I said fuck off.
Head, shoulders, knees, shut up. Head. Rude boy think I'm not ramping.
Oh, you're definitely ramping. Whoever. What's this samples from? It's probably from
Head, knees, knees.
Is it from a Splice MC package? There we go.
Rude boy think I'm not ramping. Shut up.
The Flowdown pack. I thought it was Flowdown, but I didn't want to kind of say this sounds like Flowdown.
Head, shoulders, knees, shut up.
The waveform is a little bit sausagey for sure. So to fill you all in, Replete has got a tune coming out. Hey, what's going on, Sybil? The thick boy. Replete has got a song coming out next month on One More Thing that actually came through the demo drop, and I mean that it's a work in progress, but you can feel all of that, like it's urgent, and it's real testament to your nose for a concept and a sense of character in your music, that even when it's not kind of finished, it's still like, oh my god, I would lose my shit to that in the dance, or I would be very, very happy to be dropping that in a mix and stuff like that. Yeah, woof, wow. We all need to go and have a wash. We'll be back in 5 minutes time. Here we go. Right, we've got Damage Man now. So Damage Man with a death tally. It's a happy, joyous. It is finished. Does it feel distorted to you? It just needs a proper master. So I would take it down to a pre-master because it does. Right, okay. So it's the master that has made all of that kind of distorted. I'm surprised that we haven't heard that Flowdown vocal in another track. Because I would instantly go to something like that if I had a Flowdown pack and I was looking for a good hook.
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill to save your life?
Oh, vicious. Yeah. You are a machine, Damage Man. This is ready. Yeah, this is ready to go. Like,
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill to save your life?
just proper straight up dance floor. Just this is gonna hit you where you need it to, right at the right minute. And I imagine Have I put your? Sorry, I haven't put your thing on. Your socials. Here we go. Although all of us here now, we're all friends around here now. I'm pretty sure all of you in the chat are following Damage Man, and if you're not, then you jolly well should.
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill? Save your life.
What's that from then? What's that sample from? Sounds like it's from a film. Who can guess the sample? It's from a gangstery kind of Goodfellas-y type of film, I think. I'm probably wrong. Ooh, The Untouchables.
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill? Save your life.
Kind of want to Google it. Walking Dead. Just really, really well-tempered, well-controlled, unapologetic, farty, squidgy, squelchy, but really well presented. This will cut through the mix. There's no kind of bleed. It knows where it needs to sit in the mix. You're very good with hooks. So 2 more left to go now. We got Sonnet up next.
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill? Save your life.
Yeah. I can imagine this coming out on Grid or something like that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know for a fact you've been on Grid. I'd be very shocked if you hadn't. I'm gonna have to check that out. Is it the big fuck off Sonnet tune I heard a few days ago? Yeah, I thought you had.
I was thinking, how many of you do I have to kill? Save your life.
Yeah, that's a track for DJs. That's a track for mixing. That's really well executed. Right, okay, we're on to Sonnet. I don't think this is the big fuck off one. I don't know what big fuck off one you've heard, Hash, because Sonnet is responsible for quite a few big fuck off tunes. This is called Forgiveness, and this is a bit of a deeper one. I have actually heard this before, so I'm not going to pretend that this is kind of new to me, because that would be really contrived, like, ooh. We've heard this because we've had a conversation. I know that the vocal is from Splice and it's kind of a placeholder.
Forgiveness, the business, the dark garden you were to witness, the heartstrings pulled, the wish list, yes. Now you know it's all about forgiveness, the business.
I mean, this vocal does work on the track.
The heartstrings pulled, the hit list, yes.
It just sounds very splicey. That is what I'm talking about. I have listened to this, but only through my laptop speakers and not through these. That's a creep up. There's something really nice and spacey and springy about that. So earlier on we hit the nail on the head when we were talking about Jake's being on that track. Can't quite remember which track it was now. Well, I can remember the track, I can't remember the artist, but which artist, which MC do we think would fit on here? You could hear DRS, couldn't you? Sense MC, getting dark and poetic. This is very, very different to the other Sonnet stuff that we've been playing on the demo drops. I will say as well, the Sonnet's got music forthcoming very, very soon on One More Thing.
I like that with the chemistry, yeah. And when you bite back,
Ooh, yeah.
I'm into energy and
Yeah, Hash is saying about an MC like Degs. Yeah.
I'll be back, so relax. I'm on the track. This right is my home. I never act, so you feel my tone. You've been alone, oh no. Here we go again.
Another good one would be MC Sass
You know it's all about.
from Liverpool. Curtis, who runs Sleepless Records. He's got this really kind of smoky drawl. But yeah, I think maybe somebody with like a really kind of a bouncy, more musical style would counter that kind of the spacey darkness on this. It's really nice to hear a whole other side to your sounds on it. I mean, obviously, we've chatted away from Demo Drop, and I've heard your previous stuff as well, so I know that you're capable of these type of sounds and variation. But compared to some of the big hitters from the previous Demo Drops, this is like showing your darker side, like the moodier side. This is really nice. Super nice. Must be loads of fun to make as well when you're on that kind of deep one and you're in that type of groove. Changes the focus completely then, because you're not looking to make it bang, you're looking to just engage people really and invoke a kind of feeling, aren't you? There's a lot of kind of creepiness, there's a lot of tension in that. That's lovely. So now we are on to the very last tune of the last Demo Drop of 2024 from one of our regular contributors and members of the community, Ivy. This has been great. Before I sign out and play this, like, thank you to all of you who've been involved. Because what we got, like, we got an average of about kind of 20 people per show. Like, I'll be totally honest about numbers, but that's great. That means enough people are contributing, enough people are talking, and then we're all sharing the clips and stuff, and it gets bigger and bigger. And I'm finding amazing music. I'm giving platform and amplification to people when they need it the most, like when they're coming through and stuff like that. And at the moment, it does seem like so many labels have just got their little crews and stuff, and they've got their things intact, and loads of people aren't hearing their demos. The demos are just sitting there for years as works in progress. So hopefully I've been helpful, and hopefully we can get some of this music out there and get it signed by other labels or even signed by me. There's at least 2 things that I played today which I'm already thinking, and one of the parts of my many voices in my brain, I'm thinking you need to fucking sign them. So here we go. We got Ivy. This is Seismic Changes, and big up anybody who's experienced seismic changes in 2024. I think we all have, really. Is that a cat sound? Because I'm looking at a picture of a cat on the SoundCloud upload. Well, thank you, Hash. That's lovely to say. And I hope I get to meet some of you in the real world, out and about, raving, at festivals or events or anything like that. Or continue to support and work with you. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Hey, this is great. Oh, fucking fuck. I hope this is downloadable. Good. Downloading that. One of your fur babies. Well, oh, it is your cat. Right, I'm going to pop my Patreon here. I do this with the love, I do this with the support of other people, but obviously I can't do it without any money. So if any of you can contribute towards me, towards one more thing on Patreon, like most of Patreon money just goes back into training up the people I'm training. But if anybody can support, if anybody has got a little bit extra that they can put in a month, it does get really, really appreciated. Sorry to go on the hard sell. I hate doing stuff like that, but what a great tune to finish this this year's shows off with, right? Really well executed. Loads going on, but loads of space. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that it was you who said this, Ivy. That this is good to go, this is finished, this is ready for a label. What is that? What are you saying in these samples? Is it bionic kelp? Bionic kelp. Bionic kelp. Yeah. Lovely way to end the year. Lovely way to end this demo drop. And there we are. Really nice. Nice and tidy. 3 minutes in. Bada bow. Cow meow. So thank you. That was the last tune. Thank you to everybody who's got involved in this show and contributed in any type of way, contributed beats, contributed chat and feedback and stuff like that. It's been brilliant. Let me pick a date now for when the first demo drop is going to be. Let's have a little look. So it's going to be in January. That first working week is usually a bit of a clusterfuck on the 6th, so I'm going to say the first demo drop will be on Thursday the 16th of January, probably around about 6 o'clock, something like that, 6 to 7:30. This has worked out really, really well. Thank you to all of you. If you're still in tune, please support on Patreon if you can, or anything like that, or share your videos and just help spread the word of One More Thing. Tell your producer friends to tell their friends to tell their friends. Let's grow this. That's the mission for 2025, or otherwise it ain't going to exist for very much longer. That's the honesty. But I'm going to sign out with a nice message of peace and thank you and love. Big up to all of you. Have a lovely Christmas and stuff like that. And keep a lookout for all the Mixmas stuff as well. Like, this is the last demo drop. But fucking hell, it's not the last of One More Thing this year. Jesus Christ, I'm going. This whole entire piece of paper with stuff that's not been crossed off is all the stuff that I need to be finishing off and putting out into the world. Loads of stuff. Look out for Fawn's release as well on Saturday, Winter Solstice. I'm releasing some ambient music, amongst other things. Thank you very much.